Hello friends, welcome to another shop update video. So this week in the shop, I've added about 24 vintage books that have to do with nature, science, and math. Okay, so we're gonna dive in. We have books for kids, books for adults. Let's just dive in and see what there is. And if there's anything that you see in this video that you're interested in, you can find the link to all of them in the description. Okay, we'll start with this guy, Insects Do the Strangest Things. This one is a little bit shabby, but it's really fun. There's another book out there called, I think, Birds Do the Strangest Things. So this one, somebody checkmarked all the insects as they went through the book. You can see little check marks. So it's just about insects and how weird they are, because they're weird. The first book of Glaciers. So this is from a series of books for children called The First Books, and they covered every topic imaginable, from this to water to stones to the UN to firefighting, everything. So this is Glaciers, and this one is from 1962. There's some fjords. There we go, black and white photos. And then we have a math book, 1, 2, 3, Infinity, Facts and Speculations of Science by George Gamow. This is from 1949. And it is blurbed by Albert Einstein, who says, "I find your new popular book extremely stimulating and witty, and I have learned a lot from it. There is much originality in every chapter of your book, which is popular in the best sense of the word." Next, we have this nice book that I have bought and sold a few times. It is called The Science of Life, and it is by H.G. Wells. So this is a very large book. This one is a little bit worn and distressed. You can see there, you can see the webbing. Here's the first page, which has a nice little color illustration of fishies. So this is mostly biology focused, and this is from 1934. The Complex Body, the Harmony and Direction of the Body Machine. The Chief Patterns of Life, which is vertebrates, arthropods, animal life, Incontrovertible Fact of Evolution, the How and Why of Development and Evolution, The Spectacle of Life, the History and Adventures of Life, Behavior, Feeling and Thought, Health and Disease. So yes, very extensive book, lots of little black and white illustrations all throughout. I think I just saw one of some kind of something. Let's see. How a Complicated Cell Divides. Okay. Another, let's see, random illustration page. There's another one. So, and then the back, you can see a webbing again. This is a very thick book, so it's hard to find one in really good condition because they're just so heavy. Okay, moving on. Song and Garden Birds. This is a National Geographic book, and I've bought and sold this one a couple of times, and enough times to know that this originally came in a slipcase with another book about shorebirds. But right now, I just have this one, which is lovely inside. It's got a really pretty cover. It's got some wonderful illustrations in it and photographs. In the beginning, there is some nice artwork about birds and eggs and things like that. So like, look at this page, how pretty that is. And then in the back, there is still, I'll take it out for you, this little booklet, which is a little phonograph of bird songs. So that's fun. And this is from the mid-century years. So there's that. Next, we have a fun book for kids. Again, the Golden Book of Nature Crafts, which I just love. Hobbies and Activities for Boys and Girls. And this is from the mid-century years as well, 1958. Feathers, Animal Tracks, Sammy Skunk Snaps His Own Picture, How to Be a Rock Hound, Spider Webs, Window Gardens from Kitchen Cuttings, Fireflies, Exploring Streams, Making Leaf Prints, Learn Where Animals Live, Eggshell Gardens, Make Seeds Sprout, Collecting Butterflies, and that's just the first half of the table of contents. So here is the inside, some kids doing some stuff, making seeds sprout. collecting wood is fun. And it looks like over here somebody has a little terrarium. Okay, next one, The Mineral Kingdom. This is a beauty. Look at this book. Inside, it's got this beautiful linen textured cover with gold lettering. It's so pretty. This is a Ridge Press book, and it is from 1968. So it's all about gems and minerals. I just happened to open up to lots of black and white pages, but there are some color pages in here as well. All right, next we have a book about how things work. How does it work? So this one is from 1961, and I will give you something from the first page. Aerosols, batteries, cameras, doorbells, electric blankets, fans, garbage disposals, hair dryers, ionizers, lawnmowers, and maps. And then just opening up to a random page, we have ovens and ranges and thunderstorms. So it's very heavily illustrated, very fun. All right, this is one of 2 books I have this week about bees. So this is Bees, Their Vision, Chemical Senses, and Language. This is by Carl von Fritsch, and this book was translated into English. He is was a professor of zoology at the University of Munich, and this is from 1951, and it is illustrated. There's just one of the many pages that are illustrated. Here's another book about the way things work. This one I have bought and sold before. It is called The Way Things Work, an illustrated encyclopedia of technology. So here I'm opening it up, and this is the page about elevators. Another page is about jet engines. And another page about diesel trains. So all heavily illustrated. This one, it's got a little chunk out of it, like somebody took a bite out of it, but it's really cool. It's called the Nature's Program. Okay, so take a look at this. Pretty illustration. This is from 1926, and it was part of a series, or it was a book that accompanied a series called the Nature Encyclopedia, which was like a 6 or 7 book set that was, you know, for beautifully illustrated guide to like birds and insects and stuff. And isn't it pretty? So these are the illustrations you would have found in the big set. This book is just an accompaniment, and what it does is it tells you all through the year what you should be looking out for in the natural world as the seasons change. So this is in June. The yellow warbler, evening primrose, and it says wildflowers appearing in June here, and it lists wildflowers to look out for. Yeah, so I think this is really cool. If you wanted to get really into nature study, this book could help you like just have an idea of what you should be looking for depending on the season. Now, the next section is butterflies to look for in June. So yeah, really neat. Taking a little departure, we have a fiction book. This is The Four Seasons Japanese Haiku. This is the Peter Popper Press book, which are always wonderfully illustrated. And yeah, it's just a book, a little pocket gift book of haiku. And it looks the same inside the cover as outside. The next book is also blurbed by Albert Einstein. It is called The End of the World, A Scientific Inquiry. It's by Kenneth Hewer. And Albert Einstein says about this book, I have read The End of the World and found it very good. It is rich in ideas and offers much solid knowledge in an easily digestible and very attractive form. It's got a fun cover with an exclamation point on it, and it's all about the different ways that the world might end and an exploration of their scientific potential. So we have atomic war, which was a big thing back then, the death of the sun, the explosion of the sun, moon, asteroid, and star collisions, comet collisions. Yeah, nice little lighthearted read here. The future of the earth. And it's got some nice black and white illustrations throughout. Okay, we have a few field guides here. We have insect pests. So there's somebody's foot. Zoo animals, which is one that I don't find very often, and it's just super fun. And field guide to the Rocky Mountain wildflowers. This is a Peterson guide. It's in paperback. There's what the inside looks like. And Birds of North America. I buy and sell these all the time. This is one of the larger versions. Look at that. Still by Golden Press, and they all just have the prettiest illustrations. And then this is kind of a field guide, kind of not. How to identify plants. So this is from 1957. No, 1979. It's a reprint. So this is what it looks like inside. It's just very, very technical. It's written by a botanist, and it is really just about all the nitty-gritty about how to identify different plants. We have another wildflower book, Wildflowers in Color by Arthur Stupka. So it's a nice mustard color there. And this is what it looks like inside. We've got photographs. This is a photographic book rather than illustration. Okay, 3 more, friends. 3 more. 2 for kids and 1 other book about bees. So this is The Life of the Bee by Maurice Maeterlinck, who also wrote, oh, it's a Christmas play. Now I can't remember the name. But when I saw his name, I was like, I recognize that name. What else did he write? And he wrote something else that I just recently listed for sale, but now I can't remember what it was. Nature's Most Perfect Creation, The Society of the Bee. And this is a mentor book, a mentor paperback. Really cool. 2 more books for kids. The first one is a Scholastic book. It is called Odd Pets, and it is all about finding and caring for maybe some wild animals that might have made their way inside your house, like snails or hamsters or jumping beans or birds, random like owls, ladybirds, other insects like praying mantises, turtles, snakes, salamanders, that kind of thing, which I just think is adorable. And the last one is maybe the best children's book this week. It is called Echoes. It is by Bernice Cohn. It is just lovely. And it is a former library book. I hate when they write discarded all over it like that. This is from 1965, and it's just a beautifully illustrated science explainer book for children about echoes. And when I researched this book, I learned a little bit about Bernice Cohn, and she wrote quite a few nonfiction books for children about science topics. There's bats, so we're going to be talking about echolocation in there as well. So that's the last one. Thank you, friends, for joining me. This is one of my favorite categories of things to sell, the nature books. They're something that I really enjoy and something my customers really enjoy too. So this was a treat to put this shop update together for you, and I hope you saw something in there that maybe you'd like to purchase and read for yourself. So again, you can find the link to all of these in the description for this video, and I will see you again very soon for another shop update video. Bye.